You're watching TV6 News.
Welcome back to Quad Cities Today at 11. Well, Easter is right around the corner, and if you haven't planned your Easter breakfast or brunch, we have the perfect recipe. Chef Keys by Casey Ross is joining us now in the TV6 Kitchen. And Casey, I tell you what, we got a classic here for Easter brunch. We're talking biscuits and gravy.
My favorite.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't get better than that, especially when it's homemade.
Absolutely, and it's my favorite. It's my husband's favorite.
Yeah.
This is why he bought me this little plaque.
And it's,
that
what does the
says,
plaque say? Love you like biscuits and gravy. Love it. Love it.
So I'm like, most people use store-bought biscuits, and that's fine if you're not comfortable, but an easy, simple buttermilk biscuit recipe, which I'm going to provide for you, will actually elevate this dish so much.
I mean, that biscuit looks scrumptious.
Thank you. It's flaky, it's layered, and then you have that nice sausage. I use sage sausage because I particularly care for that flavor of fennel and all the other herbs. But if you don't want to use sage sausage, you can use turkey, chicken. It's any meat you want to have in your gravy. And most people think that when they hear biscuits and gravy, it's just meat. It's also, you can do a vegetarian version. Yeah, we have a couple pictures to show you. You can use it with mushrooms. Yes, so those are sauteed portobello mushrooms with some vegetables. And then you make your gravy with your milk, your heavy cream like normal, and this will be your finished product. All right, awesome. And, you know, you can use, you don't have to necessarily use mushrooms, but you can also use any sort of vegetable that you want. I prefer mushrooms because it gives that meaty flavor. So that's why I use portobello mushrooms, and it can kind of stand up to that sauce. But if you have any other protein, or like, let's say soy, tempeh, seitan, anything like that, you can use in your sauce, meatless gravy. Meatless gravy. Okay, so talk about how we would go about making this basic biscuit. First things first, you have to have a really good flour. So I have an organic flour right here, unbleached. We have salted butter, your regular leavening agents, which would be baking soda, baking powder, and of course buttermilk. And I use square cookie cutters, or I'll just use some knives and cut them into the shape like I did here. But if you want that nice scalloped edge, you can get a cookie cutter, or you can use circle. It, you know, it really doesn't matter. Sure. So then once we make our biscuits, you bake those off at an oven at 425 degrees. Let those sit to the side, and then you get with your protein of choice. Saute your protein. Then we have our heavy whipping cream. This is my own seasoning mixture of red pepper flakes, let's say parsley, and some other lovely things. Ooh, some nice spice to it. I like it. We have a yellow onion. You can use any kind of onion. I prefer yellow because it's a little milder, but it still gives you that onion punch. Sure. We have my favorite all-purpose seasoning here by the Seasoning. Love all this seasoning in it. It's more than just the sausage and the gravy. It's flavor. We don't want to just taste milk and meat. Right, we want flavor. Yes. And we want to add a little bit of kosher salt. Most people think that salt is not an option, but you need salt because salt is going to enhance the flavors of the other seasonings that you have in your recipe. Okay, so I'm going to take a little taste test here of this this sausage. Right, this is sausage in here, turkey sausage? Or nope, sage sausage. So it's pork. Sage sausage. Okay, so it's pork. You can definitely taste. Oh, you can definitely taste the spices. Yes. That is something different, and I like it. I like it. Good different? Yeah, good different. Okay, good. Like I said, I like the different spices that you have. You can, I don't know what the spices are, but I can get the very different flavors. They're really standing out in that sausage gravy. So thank you. How long does it take to prepare this? To be honest, this took me about 90 minutes. Okay. The reason being, you have to make your biscuits, let those sit, and then you want to cook your gravy. Not too much because we don't want our gravy to break apart. But we have to let these cool just a bit to handle. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't take too long. No, it doesn't. Maybe get up before the kids do their Easter egg hunt, prepare some breakfast, or maybe you want to do a brunch and have a mimosa with it. Or ahead. You can make the biscuits. Yeah, there you go. Make the biscuits ahead, and then make the gravy the morning of, and then once everything's together, you guys can sit and have a great brunch together. Absolutely, sounds good here ahead of this holiday weekend. Casey, thanks so much. And Casey Ross joins us every week on Quad Cities Today 11. And to learn more about Chef Keys by Casey Ross, you can follow her on social media. We have her email, Facebook, and Instagram information right there on your screen. And of course, you can find her segments on kwqc.com as well as our news app. Casey Ross, thanks so much. Thank you, Kyle. All right, well, coming up on Quad Cities Today, our weather is quieting down after multiple rounds of severe weather. We will have continuing coverage on the latest storms, plus a look at what's trending next in the second half hour of Quad Cities Today at 11.